Night Scorn is half of the winning team from the BB&B 6v6 tournaments several weeks ago, and then 228, which is my team, is a tier 1 unit leading House Karita in Merrick's Civil War Season 4. So yeah, so we've got some good teams here. The rest of the bracket is also filled out. We had to pick sort of our favorites to go for the first round, since we were going to try and get casters for every match, but that was just a giant pain. So we went with this one. Is a pretty standard tournament bracket. We have the first map being Canyon Network, second one being Caustic Valley, and the third one being Frozen City Night, with the final match being Viridian Bog, which I will have no idea how to cast because that map is literally a quagmire or
Yeah,
a bog.
it's hard to figure out how to do that one, to be honest.
So it looks like we have same starting positions again this time. We see Ragnar Ironarm and Firestarter doing some scouting information for the 2-2 aces, whereas we see a pair of Firestarters from the Golden Scorn doing the same. It looks like 2-2 aces is going to do a very similar play to last time. Going to try and push up onto middle. Actually, both teams are going for almost identical strategies.
Yeah, it looks like 2-2 aces has gone for roughly the same spot, but if we see Golden Scorn, they're hanging back a little bit further than they did last time. They're not pushing up into that middle ramp area.
Yeah, it looks like they've got a couple of Firestarters hanging out off to the towards, I think that's Epsilon side of the center, making sure that they see exactly when the push is coming. It does look like
But it is now.
Scorn. Yeah, they have a way better firing line set up this time, though.
Yeah.
Look at all those lasers and gauds just firing across. 2-2 aces is bunched up really well. Artie goes down in the middle of them. I think that's going to miss most of them, however.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like it gets a couple good hit on the back ones. Those Banshees are actually really fast. Wow. So they're pushing in. They're actually taking the close route this time instead of pushing around. And it looks like, oh, a big Artie's going to go down in the back here.
That's going to be painful. Looks like they're
Yep.
just pushing right up into them, and they're not even caring.
Yep, we see one mech already down for the 2-2 aces, but it looks like they are not letting that... Or actually... Yeah, no, one mech down already. Okay, great. They're not letting that slow them down at all, though. We do have a couple of mechs pushed out. Looks like Golden Scorn has split up a little bit. They have a couple mechs on the radio tower and a couple mechs out here dropping down into the ravine. And it looks like we have 2 mechs down for the 2-2 aces. Well, no mechs have fallen for...
And they're a lot more spread out.
Golden Scorn. Yeah, we see... Wow, so the first mech goes down for Golden Scorn. Well, we already have 6 mechs down for 2-2 aces. It looks like Golden Scorn was really ready for that push again. They lined up and they did not let him have it. We see 2 mechs remaining from the 2-2 aces. Just 1 Thunderbolt and 1 Firestarter remaining. Ragnar Ironarm and Juicebox. They're trying to do the best they can, but against this many mechs, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, Yeah, I just realized I had the bracket running for most of that one. That is most unfortunate.
Oh, dude, that's a B-level mistake.
That is a B-level mistake. I did it last time.
No, a me-level. I do that all the time.
Yeah. So, at least I have the Shadow Play recordings of it, so I will have that.
There you go. Perfect.
So that's even better quality than what's going on.
We do see actually a current 1-1 tie between the Aces Wild and 228 team and Golden Keshik Night Scorn. So Aces and 228 took the first map, where Golden Keshik and Night Scorn took the second. Good. It's turning out to be a bit of a show, which is nice.
Yeah, it's definitely been a little more interesting to watch. Unfortunately, the stream didn't see that one. But the games have picked up pace, it seems like, compared to the 8v8. I think teams are a little more confident when they have 10 players. They're a little more able to lose a player creating a strategic move that would give them the advantage versus in the 8v8.
Yeah, and we didn't see any difference in strategy from 228 and Aces Wild during that game. They went for basically the same push, and it looked like they were waiting for it, and that just is sort of how it turned out.
Yeah, I think they were... A lot of teams pulled the same strategies round after round after round for positioning, and so I think people are going to be a little more cautious of that, because the other team's going to be able to adapt.
Yep.
So I think that's going to be something very, very different, I think, in this set with more mechs going into battle, is that they're not going to be able to pull the same strategies because people are going to be a little more willing to sacrifice something.
Yeah, I agree, and it looks like you did actually get the very end of that last
I did.
matchup.
I got about the last 30 seconds of it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder how 228 and Aces will adapt to that situation because it looked like they felt really confident about the strategy they had used first round. It won them that first game. So I wonder what they're thinking going into this next one. All right, so this is actually game 3 between Aces Wild 228 against Knight Scorn Golden Keshik. So
This is the game
game
that
number
counts
3.
for all the marbles, man.
Exactly. Even if they tie, they're both out. It's like something weird like that.
I think last time they went to a fourth round in the final, but in this case, if both teams are eliminated, that does weird things to the bracket.
Yeah,
Unless
I
we
don't
just do
think
an auto buy.
there's something weird like that. Okay, but let's get in and check it out. So we have again this. Each team has started on the same side as before, so we'll see what the modified strategy is. We see the same sort of scout movement coming up. IP Magic and Wandering Soul in those fire starters moving up to get sort of see what's going on. We see Ragnar Iron Arm in a fire starter way off by himself, checking out what the Golden Scorns are up to. And it looks like the 2/2 Aces are. I can't tell if they're going for the same strategy as last time. They are grouping up.
Kind
of
of looks similar at least, but they are asserting their dominance over the middle. And it's a bold strategy, but it tends to pay off for you. But it's looking like they're lining up the same spot with panic.
Yeah, we do see Valkyrie in that Thunderbolt take quite a bit of damage, down to 83%.
Looks like they're going.
It does look like they're going. They're going for the same strategy again. Artie goes down. Ooh, looks like that's a little bit out of place though. That might not hit anybody. Some big damage going down. Nobody has died yet. They have this great firing line set up again, though, so I don't know how 2/2 Aces are going to fare against this. Oh, it looks like... So here's what they're doing this time. They've decided to wrap around. Yep. So they're going to try and regroup, make sure they know what they're doing. And I think that...
That already missed clean.
Ooh, that did. And I think that if Golden Scorn splits the same way they did, they might not... They might not have the same advantage they did before. Neither team has yet to lose a mech. We see... Ooh,
2 UAVs are up now.
2 UAVs go up, and IP Magic and one of those fire starters go down. Big already, though.
Are those both on 228's UAVs?
I think so.
Ooh.
There's
Beef now 4.
And that Banshee, it looks like, is legged. Tons of UAVs up everywhere, but no LRMs. We do see 1 Stormcrow going down for the 2/2 Aces. More RDs falling in the ranks of Golden Scorn. But 2 mechs down now for Golden Scorn. I can't tell what was the other one that fell. Looks like we have a Summoner down. 2 UAVs up. That means 2/2 Aces know exactly where everybody is. Both of those UAVs are on their part. We see Legan and a Nova getting picked out quite a bit. But it looks like 2/2 Aces is in a position where they're happy to just sort of sit here for the moment. Ragnar's peeking out, getting some
Beef is
visual.
beat up really hard.
Ooh, Beef is really beat up, and he's legged too.
The internet favorite is hurting.
3 and 3 currently as another mech goes down. Ooh, but one of the mechs from the Golden Scorn. Man, I just cannot get these names right in my head.
Yeah,
Falls,
I just stuck
Wandering
with
Soul.
Red.
It looks like is trying to get around behind them in his fire starter, taking some big damage, down to 70-some%.
Yeah, looks like he's
This
taking
match
some
is sort of stabilizing in favor of Golden Scorn, though. They seem to have 2/2 Aces pinned with some pretty beat up mechs. Panic
they are up
and
a
Banshee
mech.
at only 64%, and they are up a mech.
That artillery or airstrike that just came down kind of clipped a little bit, but it's looking like most of the mechs are pretty beat up on Golden Scorn.
Target acquired.
I think.
Yep.
Colors are a little.
We do see Ragnar in this fire starter. Looks like trying to draw some fire and attention away from 2/2 Aces, bringing it around, trying to get Wandering Soul to chase him.
Seems like it's kind of working. Ooh, and he got legged.
It does.
That's not good.
Ooh,
He
so
is
he's
now
out of the fight now.
It's going to take him a long time to get back up, and he's going to be slow.
Yep.
But it looks like they've kind of been pushed back towards the middle.
Oh wow, and looks like Beer Dragon is legged as well. We have a lot of legged mechs from the 2/2 Aces. This could be dangerous. I think they're trying to go for picks right now. Wandering Soul right now might try and peek around and go for Ragnar as he tries to get back up this cliff, and he sees him. No, he's not going to go for it. He backs off. So now we're at sort of a stalemate where both teams are sitting there. 2-2 Aces doesn't have the ability to push with all of these legged mechs.
Yeah, they're kind of stuck in place.
They're also down a mech, which means that
they're gonna sit there almost.
Yeah. Oh, and another mech goes down.
That's
Only
not
4
good.
mechs remaining for the
The fire
2-2
starter
Aces.
got stripped off pretty good on its side though. That just poked over.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Golden Scorn gets too aggressive. They did just lose 1 more mech down to 4. It's possible that this could go in favor of 2-2 Aces, but
I don't think it's gonna go that way.
I don't see it happen.
I don't
They're
either.
Not getting aggressive. They're just kind of waiting.
With the percentages that we're dealing with, I don't see them, because it's gonna have to be on 2-2 Aces to make the push at this point, because Golden Scorn's just gonna sit there and win.
Oh yeah, and nobody above 70 on 2-2 Aces.
Yeah, the highest is 66%, and that's not a pretty looking Timberwolf at 66%.
Let's check in on it, like actually seeing these mechs and see where they're damaged, because that can be. Yeah, so we have a legged fire starter. Oh wow, yeah, this couple Stormcrow. Oh, some of these mechs for Golden Scorn are just.
Some of them are their legs are. Most of the legs are gone.
Philadelphia Collins is literally
fresh though.
Yellow armor everywhere.
He's
with
fresh, yeah.
Flower Thunderbolt. Like, yeah, this match, I think that 2-2 Aces will try and hold it out just in case somebody makes a mistake, but this is definitely in favor of Golden Keshik and Night Scorn.
Yeah, they're gonna take this one. I think without a doubt. It's just a matter of time.
Yep,
my money's on Panic just saying go out in a flame of glory. He seems to be that type. He's like, just keep your pride intact and just go see what they're made of.
Yeah.
So,
Looks like they're waiting. Yeah. They're hoping for that mistake. I just don't think it's going to come. Let's take a...
There's no way. They know that they have the advantage with the mech count. There's no way they'd risk that.
They've backed off to the further hill behind, so I don't think they're going to go for it just yet.
I don't think they will. I mean, they win if they just stand there and don't lose 2 mechs. Which, I mean, it's possible if they focused on... No, they'd have to lose Cheddar and... Oh, I don't know who the weakest. Maybe the Firestarter at 62%? Those would be either that or the Summoner at 66, but either way, they're not looking at pulling off a victory at this point. I mean, Golden Scorn could just run away and win. They don't even have to stand there. They could just say, peace, I'm out. And GG, we win. Just play hide and seek.
Yeah, that's true. It does look like one of the Stormcrows is just sort of peeking around, maybe hoping to go for that last kill.
I'm wondering if they know that they all have legs and nobody on 228 has legs.
Yeah, for real.
Ooh, I see some colors. Like the Stormcrow and the Banshee are poking each other a bit. And he's trying to walk away, but he can't. He's stuck where he is.
Because he's legged, and
he's
when he's taking damage,
he's going uphill.
Keep taking damage.
Oh, that 20 kph right there. 2 pro. Oh, that Timberwolf. Looks like he's still got all his pieces, which is a bonus.
Yep.
Does that Hunchback still have his hunch? Is that a miracle?
Yes. He does still have his hunch somehow.
Does he have the weapon in it still?
Well, yeah, he's got his arm. Maybe he's out of ammo. Hold on, let me check.
Let's go see what's going on from there.
Well,
yeah.
No, AC-20 is down.
Is it just that he's out of ammo, or?
No, he has 25
shots.
Oh,
no.
Oh, no.
They literally, that's the, I really like piloting Hunchbacks, but, oh, man.
That hunch, dude, it's
that hunch is a focus fire target bonanza. There's no way around it.
Yep.
Looks like he tried to torso twist, but just wasn't enough.
Really quick, I'm seeing a question in chat about whether or not there's a tonnage limit. For this first round, the tonnage limit is a maximum of 640 and a minimum of 600 tons.
Yes, I kind of like the window perspective, because that stops, like, the Flying Spider V from happening. As hilarious as I think it is, it's slightly annoying to deal with. And it has been proven effective. You stick enough flamers and medium lasers on anything, it's terrifying.
Effective. Stop it. That's wrong.
Hey man, Flying Spider V. Put a flamer on each of them and 2 medium lasers.
No target.
Or 1-on-1.
I suppose.
It's terrifying on the fact that there's just 12 spiders in your face.
Yeah, that does pretty much do it.
But it looks like, they're still trying. Ooh, that was a nice Gauss round.
That was. It does look like they're finally pushing forwards, trying to maybe go to end this one.
This is the end.
This is the end.
Oh, they're just
Alas,
being pinched from
it
both
is.
sides. There's nowhere for them to go.
Yep.
There's just
He's
nowhere.
down to 35%. He's taking shots, but it's just not happening. Philadelphia Collins comes around. He's the one that's at like absolutely full health.
Oh
They're actually staying
man,
alive for a long time.
that's amazing
Chile
on
gets
Beast's
leg.
part. 100 Mile, 100 Mile's gonna be next. They're
He goes
chasing
down,
him.
100 Mile goes, 100 Mile, 100
He's
Mile.
running. There he
Oh,
goes.
he goes down.
And Ragnar's just hiding over there.
Down to just Ragnar in the legged fire starter.
He was hiding. Oh, now he's done
And the
for.
Thunderbolts come
He's
for him.
done for. Ah, the
All right.
Warhorn! I can
So
hear those.
That was game number 3 between. This was bracket E for those of you watching. So that was game number 3 between
Golden
the-
Keshik.
228 and Aces Wild and Golden Keshik Knights Scorn. So Golden Keshik Knights Scorn will move forward to face the winner of Clan Ghost Bear, Golden Keshik, another Golden Keshik team, and Wolf International versus Praetorian Guard. So that first match we saw the 228 and Aces team sort of come out of the gate pretty quickly and rush around center. What was your reaction? Like, what was your team's reaction during that first round about sort of what to do in that situation?
Well, we were a little closer than we really wanted to be. Didn't really expect it to be so quick to the gun. We were expecting more of a bit of a trading phase, which never happened. So we were caught out a little bit of the open. It wouldn't have been a big deal. I mean, if you looked at the team damage, we put really big numbers. The problem was a little bit of antsiness, a little bit of nervousness, got damage where it didn't need to go, and subsequently it cost the match. But yeah, we buckled down the next two and made a few minor adjustments.
Yeah, so
it's-
yeah, we saw that big time. You had a huge difference in the first and second rounds. What was the biggest change that you guys would say you made between those two rounds?
Well, one, we knew the direction they wanted to go. And we had our light specifically looking to make sure that that was going to be the case. So we repositioned basically. The thought process was two things. One, it's just a game. Calm down, relax, do what you got to do, shoot where we need to shoot. And that made the biggest difference. The other thing that we did was that we rotated a little bit more to the left. So essentially what forced them to do is have to push us through two separate choke points. 3 in total, because they had to push around the right in the first place, which is one choke point, and then they had 2 more after that they had to close us for. And it also gave us a ridge to work with to hide our legs, and we saw that they were going legs quite a bit as well, and subsequently you saw the results in the next 2 matches.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, it was kind of funny because on the third game, I don't know if you guys had realized, but by the end, you had legged every single member of the other team. They were all down to 1 leg. Was that something that you guys had noticed, or were just kind of hoping for?
We had a suspicion of it by the way they were acting. But at the time, they were still peeking, they were still poking, and we're like, okay, well, we're fine with this. We have the health to do it. When they stopped doing so, that's when we knew we needed to do something. So we had one mech with quite a bit of range, rotated him around the right to get a look-see. One of the things we didn't want to do is just make movements without knowing what we're dealing with for sure, rather than guesswork. We saw what we saw with our crow all the way out in the middle of nowhere, knew they couldn't hit them or do anything about it, and subsequently made a decision, close the game.
Any other questions you got on your end, Raffle, or?
Not that I can think of, other than just saying good job and like way to come back after that first match and sort of figure out the opponent's strategy and take it from there.
Thank you.
All right, just a quick. What about different tactics for the next map in terms of playing on Caustic Valley with a slightly heavier drop?
Well, we came prepared. I'm not sure. I know a lot of this was last minute, so I suspect a lot of people had to cobble things together. But we actually had Night Scorn, who were great to work with, and we did come prepared for this. So we are doing something again different.
Right. So, how long have you guys? Because some of the teams have been playing together for a little bit. How long have you guys actually been practicing with each other?
We played one night, and that's it. And we immediately synced, and we knew we were good to go. We had similar mindsets and ideals, and we were pretty much well off. So we just needed to get our strategies in order and a little bit of thought process into what we were doing, and we'd be okay.
Cool beans. So, did not a whole lot of practice, but it seems like you guys have enough chemistry to kind of stick it together and pull out wins.
Yeah, the chemistry was the thing. We saw we kind of clicked together pretty well, so we didn't feel nervous about that much. It was really well done the whole night that we were practicing. So it was like, okay, well, we're all on the same page. So
Right, yeah. So I think you guys worked quite well together. I mean, both teams seemed to meld pretty well. And I think you guys probably just had that one weird extra click that you guys said, hey, let's just back off that extra 100 meters. And that kind of just sunk the nail in the coffin on that.
yeah, it was a lot of fun in general. So it's always good to pair up against 228. It's always interesting.
Great. Well, I think
So, oh God, so it looks like 228's completely actually out of the tournament now.
oh,
I'm not seeing 228. That's kind of funny. I was about to say us, and I realized we're both in 228.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shh. Don't let the internet know.
God, no! I told them. Shit. Internet hate.
Nah, it'll be fine.
That'll be actually pretty good.
Yet,
That's good.
starting orders have been issued. People are moving. All right, great.
Oh, I forgot how spread out the blue team starts.
Yeah, blue team does start out really bad.
Wow.
Okay, so it does look like we have Golden Scorn spawning on the sort of Sulphur Flats side towards city, and then we have Ghost Keshik spawning on the far side by lake. It does look like they are moving to try and regroup. They had a couple of their heavier mechs actually spawning pretty outside of formation, but they are moving down towards the lake. Looks like they're going to try and go for a very traditional ridge engagement, but we'll see what happens when they run into their opponent. Those are dire wolves. Those are dire wolves. 2 of them. Ooh.
Yeah, we've seen the direwolves out.
Let's see what's in those. So it's Cheddar had one, I believe.
Looks like they're herpaderping a little bit on each other over here at the circle.
So those dire wolves are running large pulse, medium lasers, twin gauze.
Ooh, that looks like that's gonna bring a little bit of pain.
Yeah, let me find. Well, let me see what that one. That one is Cheddar's. Cycling through, I just hear airstrike online, airstrike, artillery strike. The other one is 2 gauze rifles, 2 large pulses, and 2 mediums. So it looks like that one is a little bit more heat efficient. But yeah, so they are camping. So Golden
They're hanging
Scorn.
way back.
Yep, both teams, it looks like, are holding way back. So keep in mind, this is something to make important note of in this heavier drop when people might go for more stagnant playstyles, is that the way this bracket works is it's a first to 2 wins, where it's where a tie counts as
They lost.
like a win and a loss. So it's weird. So if this game is a tie and then one team wins next game, that team moves on. Correct? I'm not wrong about that, am I? I'm pretty sure
I don't.
Skeleton gave me
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm not sure exactly how that worked. We've only run into that once,
Right.
and that was in the 8v8 tournament. Each team had won a match, and then they both lost.
Right.
Nobody lost any mechs. The game was just a draw, so they went to a 4th. But that was the final. So
there are things in place to ensure that there are as few draws as possible. Interesting that what we're seeing here is that there is a pathway for golden.
I'm just gonna go with red blue. I'm gonna say them backwards.
That's fine. That's fine. Blue team, which is Golden Scorn, does have an opportunity if they were to shift up into the caldera. Ooh, we see an airstrike going in. Follow the plane, Foxy.
I am. Oh well, sort of. I just panned to it.
It looks like 7% damage on that summoner.
Yeah, it looks like it hit it pretty hard. So
If the blue team had the scouting information, which it looks like they do with Wandering Soul and
they're pushing into a good position
Razgriz,
now.
they could move up through Caldera and already goes down, airstrike goes down, no big damage on Versine. They could move up through the Caldera and then use the mountainside on the edge of water to act as a screen while they got up closer if they wanted to go for it. Ooh, I'm loving watching these planes, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why Red has placed themselves back in that water pit. There's no real shifting opportunity, and they're not getting a huge advantage from being in the water.
It does look like blue is taking quite a bit of damage. Those direwolves on the hill is actually taking a huge pounding. One of them down to 90, both of them down to 90% from that air. Oh, sorry, just one of them down 90% from that
One's
airstrike.
99.
It does look like so. Ghost Keshik has chosen to have what looks like a Yenlo Wang and 2 Thunderbolts, and those are brawling builds. So I think what they want, I think that maybe that's what those two Firestarter and Spider have seen, is they're hoping that by putting themselves in this really far back position, that they're hoping that their opponent will move up and try and take that engagement, and then they can waylay them with these 3 mechs while they pound them with the mechs they have sitting out in the back of the water. At least that appears to be what the strategy is. And it does look like we see Golden Scorn moving up blue team for layman's viewers. Blue team is moving up into the Caldera, trying to go for a more active position, but they're spreading out, and keep in mind, they can't move very fast with these direwolves.
No, but I mean, if you look at from my perspective, if you're looking from the waterline, half the red team just sitting in a straight line, like one nice airstrike would just hit all of them, and you know that's a lot when you start hitting 5-6 mechs with a single airstrike. That's a huge advantage for you.
Oh, especially if they could drop like these 3 mechs sitting behind this mountain. I don't know if the Spider or the Firestarter can see them, but if they could, you hit an RD or an airstrike on that, and that's a ton of damage.
Oh yeah, that's so much damage chilling right here. Just they're pretty important mechs. I mean, they're kind of sitting there. Oh look, it's Tyson. I recognize that guy.
So it looks like
They haven't moved, so
yeah, they really haven't, and I don't know if they haven't seen the movement out of their opponent.
I don't think they have. It looks like they're still looking the wrong way.
Is moving around, going down towards the beeline. It looks like they're going to wrap through spawn and try and get. That's still not a very sheltered angle, though. The closest you can
now they know they've moved.
Oh yeah, see now they see it,
Yep.
and we do see a shift coming out of our red team here.
Yeah, they finally caught on to them, so they're rotating their line. They still sit in
They're still sitting
airstrike.
there.
Yeah, still sitting in airstrike territory, in my opinion. So I'm not sure what the plan behind that is, but it seems to be kind of working. So it just seems very odd to be sitting in such an unprotected area in this game, especially when they're looking at a super protected area where they're going to poke up little bits and your whole mech's exposed.
Yeah, and so right now we do see some trading. The direwolves are sitting on top of the hill, doing their best to...
Oh, here comes that air... Here it comes.
Yep, airstrike, see if it gets some good damage down. Nothing too impressive.
A little bit on the summoner.
Summoner gets down to 70%.
Oh, looks like Red's
Still no
moving forward.
movement, though. I'm surprised that we haven't seen more movement out of these guys.
Here they come. They're starting to push out of the water now. They realize they can't win this game from far back in the water.
Yep.
They're definitely... Yeah, it's a full shift up on their part, so...
Yep, we see arty strikes and airstrikes going down. The Spider and the Firestarter, though, are going to spot this push. So they do see it, but this is the entirety of the Ghost Keshik team. They are pushing up. They're going to get sandwiched in a pretty tight scenario here, though. Pushing up. Pretty good firing line from
there's
blue.
some back damage on... There's some team damage going off on their side, though.
Yeah.
Ooh, they're just taking
And
hit
they're
after
pushing.
hit.
They are pushing uphill, which is a pretty big downside. These direwolves are getting whittled away at. Prophetic down to 70%.
Yeah.
Chatter Wolf swinging around. He's already down at 65.
Yeah, they have a mech
But
advantage
just
at this point, though, so...
tons of damage coming down.
Jeez.
And in fact, one mech does go down for red team, which is the Ghost Keshiks. So they're sort of spreading out now, trying to get a different angle, whereas blue is falling back, making sure that they stay in cover, trying to do as much damage as possible.
They're
while
definitely
still
focusing the
falling back.
direwolves.
They are, and which is
That's...
helpful because they're so
They're damage heavy, but...
they soak so much damage, and we already see 3 mechs down for Ghost Keshik.
Most of those have been on the direwolves. Looks like.
Yeah, it's...
Spider's trying to fly away, though. I'm looking at it from the perspective of Tyson right now, and they're just kind of continually walking at him. And once they get those direwolves, that wall is kind of going to fall away.
And one direwolf does go
yeah.
down.
They're down to Cheddar. I think
Cheddar is still alive.
Cheddar is still up, yeah. But they're creeping pretty close.
And the score is even.
It's even now.
We do see Wandering Soul and a Firestarter is in a great position. He's standing up on this hill. Nobody knows he's there, and he's literally just picking apart back armor, doing as much damage as he can. 5-5. Man, this is a close game. And a pretty intense brawl is breaking out now. Mad
Jeez.
Cat goes down on blue team side. We have a Spider, a Hellbringer, and a Firestarter remaining for blue.
Wow, they turned
Wow.
this around immensely for them.
Yeah, they did.
I think
Once
that
those
charge,
dire
yeah.
wings went down, it was just not much left. And we do see just a Spider and a Firestarter remaining for the Golden Scorn team. Oh, and the Firestarter powers down.
Oh, no!
He makes it back up, though. He makes it back
He
up.
did take a Gauss round right to the face.
Oh,
of,
and he goes down.
He's
Takes
out.
that last bullet.
Spider
to the face.
5D, though. Can he be the man? Can he be the hero we're all expecting him to be?
6 to 9. Just got to take out. Wait, 6 to 9. Oh yeah, no, that works. Never mind. I'm not that bad at math. So he is taking on a Hellbringer, a Summoner, a Timberwolf, and a Yenlo Wang.
This guy,
I gotta say, unless he plans on running away, in which case they'll still lose, I don't think he can take it, man.
no. I mean, he might be able to take the Yenlo Wang if he doesn't have the Wang and arm. Because he's kind of separated out.
Mhm.
But at this point, it's...
It looks like he's just hiding. He doesn't want to go down.
Yeah, it's... He's hiding. But the Spider is... Oh, they don't see him. They do not know where the Spider is.
I think he's trying to get a long-range game going on him, and he...
He is...
No,
They
where
think he's
they
in the
are.
Caldera.
Yeah.
And he is not anymore.
How much time is left? Oh, now they see the laser wash.
That's... They're... Maybe?
Only 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. So we'll
He's
see.
gonna
Looks
try to
like
get
he's
that
going to try
Yenlo.
and fight it out.
Yenlo is looking the wrong direction. Oh, he's turned
Only we
around. He turned around right when we said
He
it.
sees him now.
Wonder if he's got his
Spider's
wing and
on-
arm.
Yellow Wang. Gotta be careful. Oh, the large laser. No.
Oh noes. This is... What's gonna happen here? I mean... Between these two... Oh!
Oh, and he takes down the Yellow Wang.
Did he have an XL engine?
3 targets remaining.
Because he had a high percentage left,
It
so...
looks. Yeah, I'm guessing
He must
did.
have that. Maybe a pack of Gauss?
It did look like they had been. No, he was definitely set up for a brawling build. I wonder, maybe he might have just gotten him in the CT or cooked off some ammo somehow.
Yeah, he might have just been... I didn't see where he was damaged at. He may have just taken it all right to the CT.
Yeah.
This Spider, he's gonna try to stay alive, and he's gonna try to make something happen, it looks like.
Oh yeah, no, he's gonna try and stay alive. I thought he was gonna try and run out of bounds for a second. I was like, oh man, come on.
That's lame. That's
Agreed.
lame, man.
But my KDR has to be perfect.
It's pretty good right now, so... I can't argue with this KDR at this
Trying
point.
to take on. Let's check and see where these other mechs are weak.
I think he's looking to try to separate him out a little bit. But he's not going to be able to pull the two Timberwolves apart. They're going to run in tandem. There's no way they're going to separate.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, maybe... Oh no, it's just one Timberwolf. I thought that was two. Oh, he tried to get the Hellbringer by himself. This is interesting.
Target acquired.
I'm not sure what he's trying to accomplish, but he's doing something.
Yeah, it looks like he's throwing down some pretty decent damage onto these guys. They're just sort of chasing him around. He's not giving up without a fight, that's for sure.
So I'm gonna go look from Ghost's perspective. He's trying to chase him down in a Timberwolf, but he's just so much slower than that Spider.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna kind of run face to face with this Hellbringer here. Maybe try and squeak by. Man, all three of these mechs are at such high percentages. Like they're just not weak.
That's Summoner. I mean, he gets him in the back. One good shot, he might be able to take him.
55%.
I mean, because that Summoner is just down to 4 medium lasers. He's expended his Gauss.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's all he's got going for him is medium lasers, which on a Spider...
I can't tell if he's skirting the map because he's trying to get away, or he's hoping that they accidentally like walk out of bounds and die.
it's hard for the big mechs to walk out of bounds because a lot of those hills are too steep.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if he's just trying to run around until the match is over.
Not
and-
shooting at him though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I wonder if he's just trying to scurry around and stay alive or some
So-
master plan.
So I'll be honest. This is what he could be doing.
Heat
His
level
team could be
critical.
talking. They could be doing this to get a little bit more time
Right.
to talk
Yeah.
about what, because there is a very strict time limit in between matches, no more than 2 to 3 minutes. So
Right.
he could just be running around trying to gain some extra time for his team to sort of strategize and figure out what they did wrong and what they've got to do next match.
That's actually
match.
a good plan.
And especially if he's doing this and his team is all like taking a deep breath, figuring out what's going on, while the other team is shouting like, "Oh, over here, over there, over there,"
They're getting an
gonna be
advantage.
focused
Yeah.
on- yeah, exactly. They're going to be sort of in their element, whereas their opponent might be sort of off on the back foot, trying to think about what's going on.
Looks like Ghost might actually get a shot on him here in a second.
It's true, and it does. The leg goes off, and there goes the shot.
Oh,
he's
it's
quite
not much
down
time.
yet.
There it
we
goes.
go. All right, so that first match does in fact go in favor of Clan Ghost Bear Golden Keshik, which is one of the two Golden Keshik teams.
Golden Keshiks, they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, looking into that next round, I feel like there's going to be some Golden Keshik players, and they're gonna do well. So
I'm feeling that they're gonna do. I'm feeling there's gonna be a victory for Golden Keshik. I feel
yep.
it.